everyone. Welcome to ENN.
On TV.
Calm down, Jacob. Sheesh. Let's start off by saying good evening to Michael.
Well, you know what, Matt? I like your spunk, but I don't like spunk.
I always knew that about Michael.
I didn't. Never been sure. Let's say good evening to Don.
It won't be the first or the last time I will leave zero impact on someone.
Let's say good evening to Don and myself.
Now, Griff should win. But again,
The Pervs.
the Pervs.
Pervs are struggling right now. Natalie's in trouble against...
See, but you know what I think has happened, Peter? I think the pervs have united to not show themselves to be pervs.
Right.
So then they
they're almost
voted against
compensating.
their will and voted for Griffin.
Oh, they're just not in the mood.
Yeah, maybe they're already finished. Good evening to myself. But when the Vulpster's Vulpying like that, what can you do? True. Good evening to myself. We have me on video doing it in multiple locations.
That's really unfortunate.
What was I talking about?
That's just, I don't know.
Was that today?
We'll never know.
That was today. You have video of him doing the Super Bowl shuffle.
We have me on video doing it in multiple locations.
You guys should listen
You don't
to
get
the
that
show.
from that, I'll tell you that.
That is wow, that's a massive drop. That is going to be...
That's a top 5 seed next year.
That just shows you how drop madness. It's April 2nd. We haven't even finished this year's. And we've
It's
got
like the
drops
transfer
that will
portal
be
is
huge.
open right now.
I've got 10 flubs already for 2025.
Wow. Come on. Good evening to myself. He's swigging hard. Good evening to myself. Molly, tell me right now it will be forever. This is the greatest thing I've ever had.
Quite the day, Peter. Quite the day.
I had a good day. I had a good day today. Hey, Ray's here. Good evening to Michael, Anthony, and myself.
I mean, were you able to grow a beard at 15?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, look at that thatch. Are you kidding me? Of course he could. Thatch is a hell of a word.
That's right.
You got to think about it.
Thatcher Demko.
And what do we have here? Good evening to Don.
Rather than give up the lead, they decided to take him out.
You hear that one?
I
You hear
did.
that one? He's swigging hard. Listen again.
Rather than give up the lead, they decided to take him out. No, what you're hearing is the bottle.
He's being gratuitous there, but it was all day with the swigging. He's swigging hard.
Why are you partaking in water like this, Don?
Hydration.
You always like water, but you've been really getting after it recently. Something going on? You're trying to up the water intake, aren't you?
No, because
Having sugar issues?
No. I've been told, kickboxing, you got to hydrate.
That's very good. Water's the best, man.
Kimball has said, make sure bread is not our friend. He likes to say that.
True.
And all the water you can drink.
I had
I'll
an
tell you
English
what.
muffin today. I wept over it.
Oh, boy.
Very underrated.
I'll tell you what. So, what, English muffin?
Yeah.
Well, because it's nothing,
Put
but
a little
it's something.
peanut butter on there.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah.
Let me guess, Michael. Butter,
Of course. What else would you put on it?
cream cheese,
Oh.
delight.
Not a cream cheese
Never
guy.
had cream cheese
But
in my
In
life.
any situation?
any situation. But the butter just melts right into the nook
And
and
the nook and
crannies.
cranny. It's the whole deal.
Yeah.
No, listen, I enjoy butter on English. Now here's a question. How toasted do you go? Do you like it like crispy? Like almost a crunch? You like it soft?
Yeah.
But it's more about the heat to allow the butter
To melt.
or the peanut butter to melt. In the
Melted
nook
peanut
and
butter
cranny.
is gross.
No, I don't think
You
so
said
at all.
that like such a loser.
Like a valley girl.
Melted peanut butter is gross. These fries are good. If you like them so much, why don't you marry them? Lay off me, I'm starving.
Where's that from?
That's SNL. That's vintage Farley, Sandler, Spade right there from my childhood. These fries are good.
Did you see that Joe Flaherty died today?
I know.
We're getting there. It's ENN, don't you know?
Sorry.
Well, he's stepping on you during ENN. Usually it's the segment before.
Joe Flaherty, who had a hell of a baseball career, by the way,
That's John Flaherty.
and also was quite the character actor. Now, there's
He
so
was a good
many
goaltender, too, Wade Flaherty.
so many things you could know him from. I'm guessing number one for people of my generation would be the heckler in
Happy
the
Gilmore.
scary heckler in Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore. Now, I personally loved him as the dad on Freaks and Geeks.
Did not see that.
But he had a real hell of a run on television and in film. Jackass.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's the Jackass guy. But he was in Detroit Rock City. He was in Freddie Got Fingered, which I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, but he's from Second City, so he's big on SCTV. I'm not going to go through the whole list and have Michael yell at me.
Now would be the time to do it.
He was in Who's Harry Crumb, of course. Back to the Future 2. Oh, Michael, he was in Stuart Saves His Family.
Why'd you point it out to me?
Yeah, that was weird.
I thought, Michael, you had a conversation about how bad that movie was, didn't we? Maybe I made that up. It was part of my life, at least. Don, so I didn't finish the second half yet of Copland.
Okay.
First of all, it's always funny watching movies as an adult that you realize the only other time you saw it, you were like 12. Mm-hmm. So not that you didn't enjoy it, but you really didn't understand what it was about.
Stallone should have won an Academy Award for that.
How about this, though? I'm only halfway through. Stallone's been brilliant, but God, did it remind me of how good Ray Liotta is.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Liotta is the real deal, man. But so is Stallone. Stallone is just so good at being the understated, pathetic guy, isn't he?
Really felt bad for him.
He's so good at making you feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
This also just happened. Let me say good evening to myself and Michael. You like it soft.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, she wants to go out on top. And that would mean winning her first NCAA Women's Championship.
I think the biggest thing is, I want to go out on the right note. I'm going to give it every single thing I got. And, it's hard to be the last team standing. There's 360 teams in Division I basketball, and only one gets to end the season happy. And that's going to be us. That's what we want to do. And you just got to believe it and go out there and earn it. And, but at the same time, we know how hard it is.
Angel Reese, standing strong, despite all the outside hate. She said it's been a tough year.
I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and, not be there for them. So I just want them to always just know, I'm still human. All this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down. And just be confident.
I'm telling you, man, future is bright for the WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And I'm sure she has been through a lot this year. It was a very interesting time, that post-championship thing. Remember, then Joe Biden came out and said, we should also have Iowa here. Everyone sort of villainized Angel Reese and immediately sort of felt bad for Iowa. There was a lot baked in there. But in the end, what I liked about it is I don't feel that this game yesterday was a continuation of sort of those extra storylines. To me, it felt like, Don, from the outside watching it, it felt like it was a storyline mostly about Caitlin Clark, but also about this great rival who won the championship last year. I really didn't feel yesterday all the outside noise and the other stories that were told. To me, it felt about just those two players. Of course, they shared a hug there at the end of the game. Now, Kim Mulkey, the Mulkster, Michael, she was asked, what did you say to Caitlin Clark after the game?
What did I say to her? I said, I sure am glad you leaving. I said, girl, you something else. Never seen anything like it.
I said, listen, right now, don't you read that goddamn article in the Washington Post. It's the lying media.
Well, Coach, have you read the article yet?
Hell no, I haven't. And God bless America. But more God than America, because I skip the national anthem every day to pray. All right? But don't you read that article. Ain't nothing there for you to see.
Have you seen
about
it, Coach?
Me and my Malcolmania. Again, you in the back with the big head and all the questions. I didn't read it. I'm not going to read it, but it's bad. And here's the thing. say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and me and my 24-inch pythons and my Mulcomaniacs are going to run wild on you.
Kim,
That's right.
did you ever have a relationship with Freddie Kitchens?
You know, I knew one of you sick, perverted men would bring up something diabolical like me having a relationship with Freddie Keeking simply because we sound similar. But can't you hear the difference? He's Freddie Keeking. And I am the Mulkster. Me and my Mulcomaniacs running wild. Mulky time, and that's why we're off to the Final Four. Congratulations to me and my team.
No, you're not going, Coach.
Shut your big head freaked mouth, Michael K. You and your big New York up north media, Washington Post, New York Times, LA Chronicle, Chicago Tribune, Baltimore Post can shove it up your rear. I bet you one thing, though, you wouldn't want to run into Angel Reese. She'll hit you with the 1-2 and a biscuit. And if that's not true, then my name ain't Kim Mulkster Mulcomaniac Mulkey.
Sorry, Coach.
Thank you for giving. God bless.
Now, the 12.3 that the game got.
12.3 million.
Yeah. So Austin Karp put this together. Pretty interesting. The Golden Globes this year, 9.5 million. The final round of the Masters last year, 12.1 million. A tradition like no other. It outrated 4 of the 5 games from last year's NBA Finals. And it outrated every World Series game in 2023.
So it begs the question, Michael, why wasn't it on ABC?
Yeah, can you imagine what the number would have been on ABC?
Because it would have been higher. For some reason, even though everybody has ESPN, when you do it over the air, now I guess they didn't want to mess with the Bachelor, I don't know, but
Peaked at 16 million, by the way.
What did?
American Idol was on last? Well, same thing. Well,
No,
what did the American Idol do?
The game peaked at 16, though. That's a huge number.
The game what?
Peaked.
Oh, peaked.
At 16 million.
The title game last year on ABC and ESPN2, LSU and Iowa, was only 9.9 million.
Yeah, I mean, so wait, so the Final Four matchup is UConn, Iowa?
Yes.
That's right.
And then if they win, if presumably, so they could get the dream scenario. Now, I guess the true dream scenario would have been it's set up so LSU Iowa was the final, but it's still a pretty dream scenario. If Caitlin Clark, if Iowa beats UConn, I think the UConn number should be very big. And then if they win and if South Carolina wins, and then you get her having to run through basically the toughest path possible, it's kind of the dream scenario, right?
Oh, yeah.
The biggest moments of young Ryan Rucco's career. I'll tell you that right now.
Good for him. He deserves it.
Damn right he does. You know.
Interesting reaction from Mike. It was funny, but
Kim, does Ryan deserve it, Kim?
I don't know. You're Ryan. Oh, the boy who calls the games. I like him. I don't like a bald man, though. I don't trust a bald man. He should have a hair on his head. Otherwise, he'd be... I'll tell you one thing. Back in the day, if he had hair and he met Kim Mulkey, he might get my 24-inch pythons, all 24 inches.
So, Kim, you're a big Thatch guy.
I prefer a Thatch. In my day, they used to call me Margaret Thatcher. That's how I get down. Mulcomania, baby. Running wild.
Now, why don't you, as a WWE high-end employee, talk to Khan and talk to Triple H and get Kim Mulkey to be part of, like, this weekend in Philly?
Yeah, she's free.
I got to tell you, there's a lot of talent already booked for this.
Yeah, but
Lil
this would
Wayne.
be something else.
I think also the Mulkster is a bit of a controversial figure at this point.
Because there's no controversial figures in the WWE.
Well, these,
Big story in the Post today about a controversial figure.
Well, if we're talking about the Post story that I believe you're referring to, I would tell you that person is in no way affiliated with WWE.
Oh, he only created it, but he's no longer affiliated.
I don't know what you're referring to, and I'd love if you just piped on down. No, but we're so chock full with celebs for this weekend, Michael. They added Lil Wayne last night.
Lil Wayne's coming.
Yeah, Wheezy. Wheezy's is walking out with Jey Uso. That's happening. Meek Mill, your favorite, the Millster?
Yeah, it's Philly. You got to do that.
Of course. Meek Mill is going to be there. I talked to Michael Rubin. He's going to be there. I'm going to try to guilt him this weekend into inviting me to the white party.
Can I tell you one thing? The things that I've heard recently about these exclusive parties, maybe don't go.
You're really all over the place today. You just really can't be trusted, Ken.
What do you mean? I read stories.
Listen, I do not. I say no to the after parties and the suite. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. We're having a good time. Hey, you want to go hang out at the hotel afterwards? Nah, I'm good. Regular guy. Syph and I covered a lot of that. Because I believe if I know what you're referring to, it would be Diddy.
Yeah.
And Syph and I, on the latest episode of 1EP, which dropped today, wherever you find podcasts, Syph told stories about doing a lot of parties for Puff back in the day. And many times they'd say, do you want to come to, as Syph described it, someone wearing a weird purple shawl would say, hey, there's going to be a party afterwards. And Syph would say, you know what? I'm going to the Chelsea Diner. I'm going to have a grilled cheese sandwich and have a night.
Look at Syph.
But you guys have a great time.
Look at Syph.
Yeah. Well, and if you do look at Syph, you know he loves a grilled cheese sandwich. That hasn't changed.
Are you saying he's heavy?
I didn't say that at all. I just said he looks like a man who enjoys cheese.
Also, they've added another celebrity for the weekend, Peter,
Don?
and that's former Philadelphia Flyer Ed Hospital who's been invited.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I would do anything to meet Hospodar. All right, I'm told I have the results for Drop
Looking at him.
Let's see if the perfs turned out.
I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried for my boo. Let's see. Here we go. We start off in the nether region, and it's official. I have to say goodbye to my wife. She's gone. Like Hall & Oates said.
She's gone.
Oh, my God has said goodbye, and Griffin has advanced.
You know what?
Was it by a lot?
Yeah.
It was 66 to 34.
Wow.
66.6.
Oh, my God. So it's a devilish number.
Yeah, really. Perfect for Griffin. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of Griffin, we go to the flub region. Griffin advances again. This one, 59-41.
He has weapons Lagord.
I mean, weapons Lagord to me has surpassed you-know-what, in my opinion. Although the you-know-what usability factor is just...
You know what?
Yeah. Now, close matchup today. Don beats Don. The 4-seed advances. Cut his fat ass.
Sounds like his entire year 16 on Earth.
It's such a predictable win. No, I didn't get it either.
Don beats Don.
Oh, Don beats Don.
No, this show had a theme today.
It really did. But listen, can we play the one it beat? Because I'm telling you, the 1 seed should have advanced. That was the one to me.
Are you talking about the funny region or the troubling region?
Talking about the funny region.
No, troubling.
Okay. Well, the 4 seed in the troubling region is the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. So Don's cut his fat ass was a predictable winner over Don soiling yourself. Chocolate soft serve.
yourself. Chocolate soft serve in your pants.
And now, Don, see, Michael, that's objectively funnier than cut his fat ass, but he's not yelling as hard.
He's a yeller. He's a screamer.
It's
and
got
also
to be
came
screaming.
from a rant.
Yeah, it has to be a rant. It has to be screaming. So here's the 1 seed that I'm disappointed to say goodbye to. Football Mondays on 98.7.
Box.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN.
Bullshit.
Football Mondays on 98.7 ESPN are brought to you by Sloman's. See,
the positive of that is you, Peter.
Well, I agree.
How you're just like plowing you're going down the road no matter what's in front of you.
No, I'm still moving forward.
Yep. And Sloman's appreciates it, too.
Exactly. And yet it's another win. This one a close one. The 4-seed advances 52-48.
Where I'm on meth and my mom's a prostitute.
Not so much yelling, but there's a lot there.
Yeah, but meth, prostitutes, some of your favorite subjects.
That was close.
That's 52-48, and that'll do it for ENN. That's right, on this wonderful. What day is Tuesday? Brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Power Shot Days, Jeep Celebration event, and Ram Truck Month.
Knicks Heat tonight. Yankees and the Diamondbacks tonight. Mets and the Tigers tonight. Nets too.
Crazy?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Please settle and enjoy. Enjoy.
Can't wait. Yeah.
In the words of Billy Joel, life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. I'm afraid it's time for a goodbye again. See everybody. Bye.
That's a wrap on the show for today. Don't forget, coming up at 8:30, our coverage of the Yankees and Diamondbacks commences with Yankees batting practice today. For all of us here on the Michael K. Show, this is Chris Sheeran saying have a great night. We will see you again Thursday at 3 o'clock.